In this episode of Puzzle Time, we have 3 brand new puzzles from Filipino puzzle maker Rex Rosano Perez. Check out this one. This is called Aguinaldo. You got to release this coin to solve the puzzle. Find out more now about Aguinaldo and other Rex Rosano Perez puzzles. Welcome to episode 96 of Puzzle Time. We are going to jump right into things, but we're going to talk about our giveaway first. We are coming up to episode 100 right away. So we have a giveaway. Linnea, we're giving away these 2 puzzles. These are Pelican puzzles. First is, this is Wishing Well, and yours is?
Triple Three. These are awesome puzzles. Go check out the reviews, solutions on the Puzzle Master YouTube channel. We have, I think, reviews and solutions to both of these. They're fantastic puzzles. This one's by Osunori Yamamoto, and this one was designed by Alexander Magyarek. So check them out. We're going to do a giveaway on it. Every comment you make from episode 95 to episode 100, and obviously not on episode 100, but the episode 95 to 99, I guess. That's 4 episodes. Every comment will be entered into a draw to win one of these 2 puzzles, shipped to you free of charge. So you will win them free. So comment and like, subscribe, do all the things. So there you go, episode 100, that is coming up. We are also going to talk about another puzzle here that we will be getting in at Puzzle Master soon. It's called Poseidon's Vault 1.0. You might recognize this from episode 95. Linnea had done some research and found this guy, Elamite Prince, on Instagram. And based on that research from the online buzz, we are ordering it in here at Puzzle Master. I'm not sure when we'll have it, but Elamite Prince will be sending us that Poseidon's Vault 1.0. And Linnea, you said there's some updated news from them recently? Yeah, he had made some upgrades on it and did a 2.0 as well.
I don't know what that means, but...
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of information on his page of what the puzzle's about. He has a little bit of a backstory, but it was kind of hard to understand a lot of it, but yeah, it looks really interesting. And from the comments, it actually sounds like it'd be a fun puzzle. Like, everybody does good comments on there, so...
I'm going to pull this up, actually. We got one of the comments. So there was only 3 people that did reviews on this puzzle, all 5 stars. But I really thought this one, because explained what the puzzle was, because we don't actually know what it is. We know that it's made out of acrylic, some sort of 3D printing material, and then there's stainless steel. So I don't know what that means. We don't know a lot about it. It looks really cool. We assume maybe it's sequential discovery. Don't even know what kind of puzzle it is. But this guy named Joe Guarini reviewed it and said, "This is a wonderful puzzle box. I love the trick. It is so unique. I didn't know this mechanism was possible in a puzzle box. I love it. Great work, Elamite." That review actually really tweaked my interest. I'm very excited to get this in. So we will have it on here and also on our Facebook Live as soon as it comes in. And we'll let you guys know what this Poseidon's Vault 1.0 is all about from Elamite Prince. We're excited to get it in, though. Make sure you watch for that. So let's get into today's episode, though. That's the end of kind of all the intro stuff. And we'll jump into, we're doing Rex Rosano Perez today. Linnea, what puzzle do you want to start with from him?
I'll start with a hard one. This one confused the crap out of me, and I don't know where to go with it.
Okay, so Rex Rosano Perez, for those who don't know, is a Filipino puzzle maker. I believe he does all his own designs, and a bunch of the stuff we've recently got in was in 3D printing material. Some of his other ones have been acrylic and some of that stuff, a lot of that coin related things. Okay, so Linnea, what is this puzzle called?
This one's Panulukan? Something like that. It's in Filipino, so...
Yeah, he does stuff in the Filipino language. There's a lot of a lot of Filipino references in this. You'll see some later in one of the other puzzles, but I thought this was interesting because there's so many different shapes in this. First off, there's the shape of the box itself, or the frame that you're putting it into. which I don't know, what do you call that? Like it almost looks like some weird triangle thing. I don't know what that's called, but I thought that was unique. And then you're also kind of fitting these pieces in and they make a triangular shape when they're in there. I just thought it was really unique angles. And then the cuts on the pieces themselves, there's that 45 cut on each of the pieces and they have it all throughout. So I thought that was a really interesting way to like.
They essentially look like this in the end. When it's hanging out one of the sides, it'll look like that. I'm not like this, obviously isn't the right pieces don't fit together, I'm guessing like this, but it's essentially like
Which,
that.
do I have the 45s backwards? It's like this, hey? So
yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that, and then this third one's gonna go in here. So you feasibly could make this puzzle outside of the outside of the box and like see how it goes together.
And I thought it should be higher than a level 7. Like that seemed really low to me, but I'm not good with burr puzzles, so maybe that's why it seemed lower to me.
Yeah, I feel like Aaron would be a good one to actually reference on that because he is the burr puzzle expert here. If you haven't seen Aaron, he does our reviews and solutions on our Puzzle Master YouTube channel. You'll see a lot of his stuff. So yeah, Aaron's kind of the burr puzzle expert. I feel like Puzzle Guy would probably have some good insights into this too.
But yeah, it does ship unassembled, so you will get it in this format. That is a big thing we stress. Cool thing I found out about it when I was researching into it is in Filipino, the word actually means intersection, the name of the puzzle.
Okay, yeah.
So
I like that puzzle. That's Panulukan. Panulukan?
Something like that.
How do you say that? Sorry, Rex, if we butcher your puzzle's name, but there it is. Okay, let's put that one aside. And we're going to move on to do the coin one next. I like this one. This is, which one is this?
It says Aguinaldo.
Aguinaldo? Yes, so this is a little more traditional than some of the Rex Rosano stuff we've seen in the past, which is the acrylic layers with a coin in the middle, and you got to release the coin. So he's done a bunch of different ones that are quite popular, and I think they're really unique. There's not a whole lot else that I've seen like this. I'd say this is probably of the coin puzzles I've seen from Rex Rosano Perez, probably the easiest one, because the other ones I've had trouble making headway on it. One other thing I'd caution on this puzzle when we were playing with it, you'll notice in the back there is nuts and bolts that kind of hold all the acrylic pieces together. I did have one of those fall off, one or two of them even in the course of playing with it. So I'd just be very careful with that because they definitely can fall off. I would even, if you get yours, actually, I'd recommend even super gluing those on because that's definitely not part of the solution that you're going to take those off ever. So my recommendation would be to super glue those on just because they're only there to hold the puzzle together. So so the name of this puzzle, Aguinaldo, is a reference to the first Filipino president, right?
Yeah.
That's Emilio Aguinaldo, and you will see his picture on the little Filipino coin in there, a 5 peso. I don't know if that's peso or piso, but piso is what it says. A little reference to some Filipino history. He was the Filipino president from 1889 to 1901, so their very first president. Aguinaldo, though, essentially, when I did it, you're just moving this, this piece moves here. You got two pieces that move.
You can see the little maze that runs
there's a
through
little
there
maze on the
but
back.
other than that, it doesn't show you a lot.
Yeah. So this piece will move in and out as will this little bar here. And so essentially, kind of moving the two pieces back and forth throughout, and you're weaving it through there. We don't want to give away the solution, but it was interesting. I liked it. Let's not go any further. We don't want to give stuff away on that one. But that is the Aguinaldo. Okay. So last, we've got a third puzzle here from Rex Rosano Perez. Now this is not, we're just doing 3 of them, but there's there's 4 or 5 more puzzles from Rex Rosano Perez we got in with this shipment.
Yeah, we got a few flat packs, a couple more burr puzzles, and I think that was it, because I think this was the only one with the coin.
Yeah, that was the only coin one, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Padeg, again, 3D printed. I love the color choice on this. I like the yellow, really, really vibrant colors. And it's got, you're already making some headway on that. Are you sure you want to get it that far apart there?
It was only a couple moves. It should be able to go back together.
My question on this one is now there is joints here, and I'm not sure about this, but there's joints here that go all the way around the puzzle. Do you think that the frame will come apart once you get some of the burr pieces out?
I think I don't know. 'Cause I think that's just how he put it together.
Yeah, my guess is that's just manufacturing, and there's like screws or glue in there that just hold it.
Yeah.
And it's just a product of like 3D printing, and he just connected them there. Because this frame on the other, the Panu Lucan had that same kind of connector there. And so I suspect that's just a product of like the 3D printing process and how you have to do it. This is what, a level 8?
Yeah.
And it's 50 moves to get it apart?
50 moves, that's it. Yeah.
That surprises me. It's 50 moves. I wonder, there wasn't the decimal place? Because usually with like bird puzzles, they have like how many moves to get the first piece off.
There was a decimal point, but in total was 50 moves. And I think it was like 38, 11, and whatever. I think it was something like that.
So, but I mean, it's always stacked up pretty high with the first one. But yeah, I like these. I thought they were well made and good stuff from Rex Rosano Perez. Okay, so that's, like I said, go to puzzlemaster.ca and you can check out the full collection of stuff that we did get in from Rex Rosano Perez. If you go on the left side, the little new items tab, we use that a lot, and you guys should too, just to check out what's coming in. Okay, let's get into the online buzz.
The online buzz.
So I was going on Hanayama Enthusiast page. It's one of our Facebook groups on our page there. And I scroll through the comments because I have to monitor the page every now and then and just make sure people aren't being rude or disrespectful or commenting things they shouldn't. And I came across one which I thought was actually really cool. It's a site called ranker.com, and you can actually go on there and you can rank different like items. So there's like all things from toys to cars to puzzles.
There was a lot of stuff.
Entertainment, like so many different things.
One that caught my eye, top Disney princesses. I think the beauty of that site though was that you didn't need to create a login. So to vote, you could just upvote stuff. I don't know how it worked, but so essentially like you had a list of, did it limit you to 10? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think there was like more, I don't know. I don't think there was a limit really.
You had a list of stuff and you just click upvote or downvote and then it would move stuff. Like literally as you clicked it, it would move it up and down. You'd be like, oh, this one went up. You found a top 10.
It wasn't top 10, it was the toughest Hanayama puzzles. So it ranks them from, I think they're all level 4, 5, and 6, he said on there. Yes. And it ranks those puzzles from hardest to easiest. So toughest would be at the top. And I think Vortex was the hardest one on there.
Cast Vortex was top. And you could upvote or downvote it. I thought it was a really cool site. I'd never seen ranker.com before. We did create a Puzzle Master profile and we're going to make a most difficult puzzle thing on ranker.com. So you're gonna be able to go in there and just like upvote your toughest puzzles you think are out there. Ranker.com, we liked it. Check out the Hanayama, toughest Hanayama puzzle list. Okay, next. Now these next two actually kind of go together. I'm gonna start with Mr. Puzzle actually, because we watched a Mr. Puzzle video. It was called the Multi-Ball Puzzle Box, and it's made by Eric Fuller. Now Eric Fuller is one of my favorite designers, and we so rarely, I don't even know if we've got any of his stuff on puzzlemaster.com, but we so rarely see his stuff. And then when you do see it, it's like, it's gone, man. I see it on the like auction sites sometimes and stuff, but his stuff is really hard to get. But I love Eric Fuller's designs. And so yeah, this was a good one. This was the box, right? This is the box with like, it had some, okay, so it was a wooden box and you got to open the lid to get it open. And then in the front, there was like an acrylic, clear acrylic sheet that you could see. Behind the sheet there was like 2 pins and then a bunch of balls. Now Mr. Puzzle does solve it, and in Mr. Puzzle fashion he shows you how to solve it after he gets it and kind of explains the mechanism of it. Really good puzzle, and if you haven't checked out Eric Fuller before or Mr. Puzzle before, check them out. Both great, and I'd like to see more Eric Fuller on Puzzle Master.
I think what makes him very rare too is he only makes so many copies of his puzzle.
Yeah, he
so he goes on his website and he says only 90 copies made or only 30 copies made, and that's all he ever is going to make. He's not going to make them again. Yeah. So that's why he's so exclusive.
Some people do like some of his designs. I've seen other people make his designs, but that leads us into the next puzzle. Linnea, why don't you talk about this one?
This one was my favorite. I seen it somewhere on social media yesterday, but honestly, when I looked again today, I couldn't find it. I should have kept better track of where I saw it. But it's called The Rattle. So now not to confuse it with Hanayama The Rattle.
Not Hanayama's Cast Rattle. This is a different rattle.
Yeah. This one is a wood packing puzzle. And what struck me about it is, so it kind of is like this, where it has an acrylic top and acrylic bottom. And the space is only on the side here. It would only be like one layer, it's cubic thick.
2 tall, 1 wide, and then you're essentially, you've got the acrylic on the top and bottom, so you can see in the puzzle, and it's 2 layers, and then you feed the pieces in from the side, which was unique.
And the only thing with that too is you can't actually manipulate the pieces with your hands. After you put them in, you have to use your rotations to manipulate the pieces. You can't actually touch them.
Hence the name Rattle, right? You're shaking the puzzle around. And then the interesting thing too that struck me on this one was that there's a piece that's permanently stuck inside. There's like an L-shaped piece that can't come out, is what it said. So we couldn't find a whole lot of it on anything like as far as videos about it, but we did go to cubicdissection.com, which is Eric's page, and we found a little more information on there. It looked like they had some like hand drawings of the puzzles.
It's an older puzzle of his, so you have to look on the auction sites or really search on YouTube on very old videos that might not be the name anymore. And
if you have a copy of this, we'd love to see a video of this. I'd love to see this puzzle in action and just to get an idea of how it works, because I think that's what Eric does well. It's just such interesting designs that are simple but unique, and I thought that like the fact that you had to shake it around and stuff was quite a unique option, as opposed to some of these, like Linnea said, where you can manipulate all the pieces. That one you just had like by hand. That one you had to like manipulate it by like shaking it around. I just love that. So I think that's really cool, really succinct design. So that's it.
Yeah. What makes it a little interesting too is it's acrylic on the top and bottom, so you can shift it so you can see what's going on from both sides.
Which would help a lot. I mean, I think it actually, that puzzle would be exceedingly more hard if you made the acrylic not able to see through it. Yeah. Or if you really wanted to challenge yourself, just put paper over top and then you couldn't see inside.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting. But that is the online buzz for today, and also the end of our episode. Okay, so just wanted to pump it again. Episode 100, we will be doing a giveaway of these 2 puzzles. Every comment from episode 95 to episode 99 will get entered into a draw for one of these 2 Pelican puzzles, Wishing Well and Triple 3. Okay, so that's today's episode 96 of Puzzle Time. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the little bell to get notifications. You can also go to...
check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And then check out our website. We have lots of good information on there. If you want to see when new puzzles come in, check the new puzzle tab. If you want to be notified when stuff comes back in stock, you can put your email on there and we can get notifications for that.
Also go to Facebook and watch our Facebook Lives. They come out every Thursday at around like 3:30 Central Standard Time. And in those videos, we do a lot of like, here's what's coming in. Often I'll be pulling stuff straight out of like shipping containers, shipping packages, and showing it to you on the video. So you'll see stuff before it gets onto our page. If you want a little bit of inside information, Facebook Live is a great way to do that. And you can also watch Linnea on TikTok and Facebook, as she does a lot of our videos on there. So thank you guys for watching. That's the end of episode 96, and we'll see you next episode 97.